wartime voice that echoes from then to now. I'm Pavio G, and today we're going to talk about something we all feel in our bones: rising prices, empty wallets, and the anxiety of affording tomorrow. Just like in World War II, war changes the value of everything: your time, your food, and your money. Let's take a trip back in time. Compare what happened during World War II and see how those lessons can help us survive World War II's economic front right now. Prices from World War II versus today. Let's paint the picture. In 1942, a dozen eggs cost about 33 cents, a loaf of bread about 9 cents, but during the war, prices skyrocketed as labor shifted to wartime industries and materials went overseas. To stop panic buying and starvation, the US government introduced ration books and price ceilings. If you didn't know that, now you know. Sugar, flour, meat, butter, canned goods, and gasoline were limited. People used ration stamps to buy only their fair share. Fast forward to now. Gasoline jumped nearly 60 cents in some areas in just a week. Eggs, $4 to $7 a dozen. Even canned beans are hitting 150 to 250. Why? Because war shifts global supply chains. Sanctions, oil routes, production stops. Fear begins. So what families faced then and now? Let's compare that. In World War II, women left the home to work in factories. Victory gardens were planted in every yard. Kids helped collect scrap metal and rubber. Today, we see layoffs due to supply chain disruptions, families unable to afford meat, diapers, and rent, fast food jobs paying less than it costs to survive, childcare disappearing as centers close. It's the same stress, different century. But our ancestors adapted, and so will we. How do we prepare financially and practically? Let's discuss this. What World War II taught us: community is key. You must stretch every dollar. Learn to reuse, grow, and plan ahead. What can we do right now? What can we do right now? Stock up on non-perishables. We're talking about rice, pasta, flour, powdered milk. Create a ration shelf and rotate items. You must freeze meats now before they rise again. You can invest to avoid spoilage. Use apps or pen and paper to track prices weekly. Join or build community swap networks for food, clothes, childcare. Now, what's likely to get more expensive? Listeners, based on current trends and war impact, expect prices hikes. Expect price hikes. Cooking oils imported. Grains, global shipping routes disrupted. Canned goods, metal shortages and demand. Dairy and eggs, feed costs rising. Gas and propane. Paper goods, paper towels already creeping up again. Make sure you look out on those things. What should you stock up on right now, no matter what? Let me tell you. If you can't get anything else, I want you to prioritize the following. Your rice. Why? Why do you want rice? Because it has a long shelf life. Beans, canned or dry. Why? Because it's protein and it's filling. Canned tomatoes or tomato paste. Why? Because it's very versatile. Pasta. Why? Because it costs low. The cost is low on it and it's filling. Pasta is very. Make sure you get salt and sugar. It's going to help you preserve your foods. It's going to help you for energy. Make sure you stock up on your sugar, flour, and baking powder. Bread backup, okay? You got to make your own breads. You're going to have that baking powder and flour on hand. You want to make sure you stock up on your cooking oil or shortening. Why? Because this is essential for frying and cooking, listeners. Powdered milk or shelf-stable milk. This is good for emergency nutrition. Peanut butter or nut butters. Calories and protein are included in these peanut butters or any type of butters that have nut or are made with nuts. Very important. Multivitamins. If you can get them and you have them, this fills the nutritional gaps because there's going to be a time where we don't have any food in certain things. So you got to be prepared. Very important. Very, very important. Now, listeners, that's all for today's Front Porch Dispatch right now this afternoon. Our wallets feel lighter. Our shelves look thinner, but our hearts are still strong. Now, remember, our grandparents planted gardens, rationed sugar, and made do with grit and grace, and we can too. So stock up smart, share with others, and stay ready for what's ahead. Subscribe for more calm clarity in chaotic times. Comment your prices, tips below, and tell me what are your stocks in your cabinet, in your pantry. And never forget, when the world goes loud, we go home. I'm Pavi OG. Stay wise, stay rooted, and I'll see you on the next episode.